In the search for traces of Berlin's divided past, here only the watchtower gives away the location of the former border. Axel von Blomberg organizes bike tours along the path of the Berlin Wall. He brings his groups to this memorial in Kreuzberg.
It's crazy that there's a park here with this horrible border tower in the middle. You can still see the openings where they shot at people. The contrast is incredible. The evil of the past and the beauty of today.
This is what the border looked like that enclosed West Berlin. It's a challenge for von Blomberg to explain what it was like living in a divided city. Modern Berlin takes a positive approach to the past. The East Side Gallery is the perfect example. After the wall fell in 1989, artists painted over its once heavily fortified eastern side. Hundreds of thousands of tourists come to visit the open-air gallery every year.
You get photos and stuff, but not really like we thought.
You get a little view of it, but I think it's hard to really understand how it really was.
The Berlin Wall was built by the East German regime in August 1961. The border between the communist East and the capitalist West was closely guarded. Anyone who tried to escape from the East risked losing their lives.
You can see the wall wasn't very thick. People ask how strong the wall was. When you look at the base, you can see it's very long, and there are a lot of reinforcements in that base. That means if you drive a truck into it here to try and break it down, you'll definitely have problems. You have to hit several segments, and they weigh more than 2 tons.
The tour also takes groups to the former border crossing known as Checkpoint Charlie. Many dramatic scenes unfolded here during the Cold War, confrontations between the Soviet Union and the West. The House am Checkpoint Charlie Museum documents the stories of people who fled to the West. It also provides information about a divided Germany.
I've never been to the museum, but I've often thought that what people did to leave the country is amazing.
At Potsdamer Platz, in the middle of the new Berlin, stones in the ground trace the path the wall once took. Close by is Brandenburg Gate. Once a symbol of division, now it's one of unity. Axel's tour ends with a visit to the memorial on Bernauer Straße.
The fact that you couldn't leave left a mark on me as a child. I wanted to show my son.
I find it interesting, the way that people were confined. It's also somehow unsettling that people couldn't live free.
On the night the wall fell, Axel von Blomberg grabbed his bike and rode it through East Berlin for the first time.
When I cycle along the path of the wall, it comes back to me that West Berlin was only 30 by 40 kilometers in size. The wall was right under your nose, always noticeable for Westerners. This freedom and space we have to move around today, it's always in my mind when I ride this path.
The wall was 160 kilometers long, and eagle-eyed observers will be able to spot plenty of traces of the past, even though nature is reclaiming the land.